Measures of central tendency. These are measures that tell you something about the center of the data you're studying. So the first thing we're going to have is a mean. That is the average of the data. So to get it, you add up each piece of data and then you divide by the number of data pieces. Median. We've already talked about that when we were doing box and whisker plots. It's the very middle of the number. You arrange the data value from lowest to highest and find the middle number. If there are two middle numbers, you average them together. Last but not least is mode. Mode means the most. It is the piece of data that appears most often. Spell that correctly. It is possible to have more than one mode, and it's possible to have no mode whatsoever. If you don't have a mode, you don't write 0. Okay, 0 is a number. You have to write the word none. All right, so we're just going to go quickly into examples. All right, so we have this example of this data set here. All right, so 65, 70, 75, 76, 77, 80, 82, 84, 86, 89, 90, 92, 93, 95, 97. This would be probably, if you were to see this, this would be like the grades on a quiz. All right, so to find the mean, you add the numbers up. You literally 65 plus 70 plus 75 plus 76, so on and so forth. And you divide by the number of terms that you have. There are 15 pieces of data. So 1251 divided by 15 is 83.4. So the average, if these were quizzes, the average quiz grade would be 83.4. All right, so to find the median, you put the numbers in order. They already are in order. Check. All right, that's why the check mark's there. Then you find the middle piece. So you could do it this way. And move in, move both fingers at the exact same time. And we end up with a middle piece of 84. So 84 is your median. You don't have to average two together because they're not two middle terms. All right, your mode. In this case, every number appears exactly one time. So there's no mode. All right. So let's change just one value and compare it to the first example. So I took the 65 and I changed it from 65 to 0. I want you to do this part here so that I can see it in class tomorrow, and we'll check it in class. All right, so the only other question somebody might have is which one should you use? All right, so the mean, you're going to use the mean to describe the middle of a set of data when it does not have an outlier. And we're going to discuss outliers even further, but the outlier is exactly what it sounds like. It's the piece of data that lies outside all the rest of the data, okay? So if you don't have one piece of data that sticks out like a sore thumb, then you're going to use the mean. Some advantages are, it's the most popular measure. Everyone's always asking, what's the average quiz grade? Well, that's because means use more than anything else when you take an average of something, okay? Mean is also useful because there's only one answer. There's exactly one mean for each set of data. And it's useful when you're comparing sets of data. Some disadvantages is it is affected by extreme values, which are those outliers again. Okay? Median, you're going to use the median to describe the middle of a set of data that does have an outlier. So if you know for a fact you've got one piece of data that's way out there, then you're going to use the median to describe the middle of the data because it's not going to affect the value of the median. Some advantages of the extreme values don't affect it as it does the mean. It's useful when comparing sets of data. It's unique in that there's only one answer, just like mean. The disadvantage is not many people necessarily understand what the median is, so it's not used very often. Mode is almost never used, so we're not even going to go into all the advantages and disadvantages of it.